Tigerland.
You updated?
Was there an updated one?
Chris, did you get the updated email on the personnel report? With the
Yes,
addition-
thank you.
Okay. I thought you'd be in t-shirt and shorts or something.
No, not quite, no.
Are you at your final destination yet?
Jumping around Rocky, going back and forth between quite a few places. You know, fortunately, what I'm doing, I had a short break for a couple hours. Fortunately, they're falling on Thursdays around, 10 o'clock your time, so it's almost perfect timing for the meetings.
Now I'll call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, bless us as we gather for this meeting. Guide our minds and hearts so we work for all. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held July 15th, 2021.
Motion approved.
Second,
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Abstained since I was not at the meeting. Are there any guests concerning county business this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
For adoption, the proclamation. Pretrial probation and parole supervision week, July 18th through the 24th, 2021.
Move to adopt,
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Okay, pretrial probation and parole supervision week, July 18th through the 24th, 2021. Whereas community corrections is an essential part of the justice system, and whereas community corrections professionals uphold the law with dignity while recognizing the right of the public to be safeguarded from criminal activity. Whereas community corrections professionals are responsible for supervising adults and juvenile offenders in the community. And whereas community corrections professionals are trained professionals who provide services and referrals for offenders. And whereas community corrections professionals work in partnership with community agencies and groups. And whereas community corrections professionals promote prevention, intervention, and advocacy. Whereas community corrections professionals provide services, support, and protection for victims. Whereas community corrections professionals advocate community and restoration and justice. And whereas community corrections professionals are a true force for positive change in their communities. Now therefore be it resolved that the Carbon County Board of Commissioners do by proclaim the week of July 18th to 24th as pretrial probation and parole supervision week, and encourage all citizens of Carbon County to honor these community corrections professionals and their achievements adopted this day. Mr. Burke, from adult probation, Jimmy Dodson, would you like to personally present this or comments? For everything you think of the county?
Thank you very much. It's very nice to be recognized for the hard work and dedication that the probation officers and staff are recognized. I believe it's a mystified field for some people. The officers work hard and they're dedicated to achieve our primary function, which is to build safer and stronger communities. Once again, it's been called a thankless job, but I'm glad at least the office and the department and probation parole is getting some recognition for the fact of all they do.
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. I'd just like to thank my staff because without them during this pandemic, we had to change a lot of things. We changed our whole supervision model. Kimmy, Joe, Crystal, Kumra, Sean, and Janelle. I'd also like to thank the courts and the district attorney's office and the public defender's office, because without them working together, which we do all the time, it would be a lot harder job. And I'd just like to thank everybody. That's all I have.
A quick question on for you guys is could you give us maybe a caseload or approximate caseload and how that's been trending over the past few years?
Our caseload on the adult level, I believe last time that I looked was around, I believe it was 2,800 offenders, which is pretty significant. I think we have one of the highest caseloads for 6 class counties on the adult level. I think we mirror some of the surrounding counties, of course not Lehigh, but we're very close to Monroe, some of the 5th class counties. So Carbon's in a unique situation. We're a relatively small department with extremely high caseloads relative to some of our peers in 5th class counties. And before the pandemic, I think we were creeping up on an average caseload per person to some 4th class counties. So when you put that in perspective, that is extremely, it's a very dedicated department, very hardworking department, and court crime does never stop even in the pandemic. So that's all I'd like to say.
Yeah, and fortunately or unfortunately, across the state, the number of juvenile offenders has been cut in half during the pandemic. And there's a lot of reasons. Number one, a lot of kids weren't out, a lot of kids no school. A lot of our referrals come from school. And when there's no school, and even now, a lot of our offenders are cyber school, computer school, whatever you want to call it. They haven't been going back. So over the past 2 years, our caseload's probably half of what it used to be, roughly. It depends, and that's statewide. So right now, we probably have about between 50 and 60 offenders, where we used to have over. We would average right around 100 most of the time. Now, obviously, you can see that with everything hopefully coming back to normal in September, August and September, back to school. I think it'll go back up.
You think you're gonna have an increase?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but a lot of our, I would say sometimes 40–50% of our arrests happen in school.
Mhm.
So once that goes back, if it ever goes back full time, which I hope it does, I think it'll increase, absolutely.
I just like that crime will probably be trending up.
And you can address the camera.
I just like to add, I think crime will be increasing. I think crime took a pause due to the pandemic and enforcement by the police, but I think the trend is ahead. And I think our caseloads are about 160 per officer, which is extremely high for the adult system. I think the state parole's caseload is around 50 per officer. So we far exceed the state parole caseloads, almost 3-fold plus.
Are you going to be leaving right away? So I'll give the news media an opportunity at this time if you have any questions.
Sure, yeah. I know you guys said you guys are a pretty small department. I mean, as far as resources go, is there anything that you guys need more of in your department to, as these caseloads increase?
Yeah, another hour for us to talk.
Wrong question.
Well, in all fairness, we did have a space issue, but due to, the courts and the commissioners, they adopted us some new office space back in 76. Might be a great story to come down there and check out the space when we're in the process of moving now, so the office is kind of in disarray. But that was very helpful. It's going to be conducive to us. It's going to create a safer work environment for us because we were on top of each other in there. So I think that is, thank you. That was very beneficial to us. But certainly when you look at our caseloads, we always advocate for more staff, because the more staff we have, the better we can certainly supervise clients and keep, in essence, with our goal, which is to create safer and stronger communities. And I'm sure, everybody's asking for more staff, but, like I said, we do have excessive caseloads. So, that's helpful.
And our biggest problem is with detention beds and placement facilities, because during the pandemic, a lot of the placement facilities we use are private, and a lot of them had numbers that were so low that they closed or were sold, or we're hoping they come back. The other problem is day treatment. We had, right before the pandemic hit, we were getting ready to sign a contract with the private provider for day treatment, and it just went. And hopefully all this stuff will come back. But right now, my biggest problem is detention, and detention is this holding cell. So if some kid, we get called at 1 o'clock in the morning, commits a burglary, and we have nowhere to put them. And unfortunately, we have to release them to home at this point. Now, we're hoping once the private agencies reopen, but that's probably our biggest problem right now, is placement agencies.
And are we seeing any kind of specific trends with the kinds of crime that we're seeing in the county? I mean, over the past few years?
Just this county always had a very high DUI rate and always had a drug problem. It was opioid based for a long period of time, but I think that trend is now headed toward methamphetamine. Methamphetamine has become more the primary drug, but it's also being cut with other drugs like fentanyl, and that can certainly create problems. But I think we went from an opioid-based drug problem now to a methamphetamine-based drug problem. And what the next drug of choice is, that's going to be interesting, because it's always a cycle. So I do not know where that trend is headed, but I think the big thing is we're shying away from opioids and into methamphetamine.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And then would I be able to just have your names and your titles?
I'm Joseph Burke, B-E-R-K-E.
B-E-R-K.
K-E. Everybody wants to spell B-U-R-K, but it's B-E-R-K-E.
K-E.
Yes.
And your title?
Deputy Chief Adult Probation and Parole Officer.
Jim Dotson, D-O-D-S-O-N. Chief Juvenile Probation Officer for at least 2 more months.
Thank you.
No, it does, absolutely. You want to picture us all in the problem?
We'll get copies of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? Amy?
One other quick thing, how many currently in each department are you staffed?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I have
Yours
six.
is easy.
I have 4 officers and 2 support staff and myself, so a total of 7.
Thank you.
I hope I get this right. I think we have 13 officers, myself, the chief, and I think 4 support staff. I believe we have 19.
19, yeah. 18 plus,
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Thank you.
yeah, is it, or 17?
Anything else, Amy?
Nope, I'm good, thank you.
You're good. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay, move on.
The report of executive sessions held,
Those are none.
department reports, budget transfers,
Motion approved,
Second,
Mr. Arner,
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
There are no supplemental appropriations. Expenditures, approval of payroll check numbers. 73545 through 73654, and direct deposit check numbers 6032338 through 6032772 for the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account for all county funds totaling $683,582.45. This is the payroll dated July 16th, 2021.
Move to ratify.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Approval of check numbers 222319 through 222432 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $546,730.21.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The treasurer's report?
Move to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The personnel report?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
yes,
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Adult probation. For approval, the award of funding in the amount of $40,371 from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for Carbon County's Intermediate Punishment Program for the term of July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. This application was approved April 22nd, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Advertising. Authorize the advertisement of the Children and Youth Public Budget Meeting to be held July 29th, 2021 for the 2022-2023 Children and Youth State Fiscal Year Budget.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
CCT Lanta for approval and execution. Allocation letter from the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services for the 2021-2022 MATP program, listing the initial allocation amount of $431,254.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Classification and compensation study for approval and execution. A contract with Evergreen Solutions LLC of Tallahassee, Florida, to conduct a classification and compensation study of all current positions of the county. Proposal shall not exceed $48,000 and is inclusive of all travel costs, meals, lodging, fringe benefits, overhead, clerical support, and all out-of-pocket expenses. The projected timeline is a tentative start of September 1, 2021, with completion by December 31st, 2021. Payment terms will be based on completion of tasks as follows: 25% for tasks 1 and 2, 25% for tasks 3 and 4, and 25% for tasks 5 and 6, and 25% for tasks 7 through 11. Tasks are detailed in the proposal, which are attached and referenced as Exhibit A.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Notstein?
yes,
Emergency Operations and Training Facility for approval and execution. Amendment number 1 to the agreement with Stephen J. Elton, architect of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, increasing the agreement as follows. Building number 2, the Burn Tower, increase of $10,000 for a new total of $53,000. Building number 3, Observation and Police Building, increase of $33,000 for a new total of $42,500. Additional charges are due to the change in scope of work, code changes, and revised bid documents.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Planning and Development for approval and execution. Project activity completion extension request to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, requesting extension of completion dates for the following CDBG projects: Lehighton Borough and Weisport Borough, fiscal year 2016, from October 17th, 2020 to December 15th, 2021. again, Lehighton Borough and Weissport Borough fiscal year 2017 contract from March 11th, 2021 to December 15th, 2021.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Modification for approval and execution, a modification request number 6 for the CDBG program fiscal year 2016 contract for Weissport Borough, Lower Towamensing Township Parks and Recreation, Aquashikla Playground, delete funds in the amount of $35,000 and add to Weissport water and sewer improvements, drainage improvements on Bridge Street, fiscal year 2017 in the amount of $35,000.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
A CDBG revision number 7 for East Side Borough fiscal year 2018 CDBG program for reallocation of funds as follows. Move $2,791 from East Side Borough street improvements, Bridge Street swale and grate system to Weissport Borough Bridge Street water sewer improvements, drainage improvements.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
School district building feasibility study agreement with Boyle Construction Management of Allentown, Pennsylvania to provide professional construction management services for a feasibility study to include architectural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, civil engineering, and environmental testing relative to the Jim Thorpe School District Administration Building located at 410 Center Avenue, Jim Thorpe. Boyle construction will be based on time and material as per the attached rates, schedule, and reimbursable expenses. MKSD Architects, $19,800. Snyder Hoffman Associates, $4,320. Carbon Engineering, $4,880. ACM Associates, $5,075. This is estimated on the final amount will be based on the number of samples needed.
Move to table this particular motion until we can gain greater fidelity on the announced contract between the school district and a realtor for the potential sale.
I'll second the table.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Solicitors report?
Thank you. Agency on Aging for approval and execution, an agreement with the following provider to provide personal care and home support services for the term July 1, 2021 through June 30, 2024 at the rate of $19.68 per hour. Prestige Home Health Care of East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
County Bridge number 6 for approval and execution, agreement between the county and East Penn Township, permitting the township to utilize a portion of County Bridge number 6 to construct a biking lane and pedestrian walkway serving the D&L Trail. Project was previously agreed upon in a grant agreement dated March 22nd, 2012. East Penn Township accepts all operation and maintenance obligations, requirements, and responsibilities for said biking lane and pedestrian walkways upon the portion of the bridge, and the county retains all rights over the portion of the bridge.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Employment services for approval and execution, an agreement with Renaissance Psychological and Counseling Corporation of Kingston to provide psychological evaluation of pre-post employment of county employees, including but not limited to court officers, sheriff deputies, correctional officers, and probation officers. The agreement is effective July 1, 2021 at a cost of $300 per standard evaluation. The agreement shall continue until terminated by either party upon 30 days written notice to the other party.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Telephone system for ratification, execution of the proposal from Integra One of Allentown to provide a new PBX system to serve the courthouse, the administration building, 44 and 76 Susquehanna Street locations, Includes equipment design, discovery, end user, administrative trainings, and extended service for 5 years at all locations. The proposal is in the amount of $154,043.05 per CoStar's contracts HW3085 and SW6040.
Move to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Okay.
Okay, any further business?
Just under further business, I want to announce this week already that we will be canceling the meeting of August 5th and postponing the meeting of the salary board to the following week. Is the County Commissioners Association is their conference that week, as well as other staff being off and issues on availability and keeping the agenda light to begin with. Lack of time to do a lot of the preliminary work for getting the agenda out on Wednesday morning. We canceling the meeting on the 5th and re-advertise the salary board. So just want to make that announcement.
Okay, Commissioners' reports, Mr. Honor?
I really don't have much of anything except I left it out of the bag a little bit that next week we're going to be starting a new program in Carbon County to give food to the veterans. And the veterans will be here, Second Harvest, and the food banks that are going to be participating in this. So I can't really give you any more details because they're all going to give their little spiel next week, and then you'll have all your information. And that's it.
That's it. Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, just one thing in regards to the telephone system. Would like to thank our IT department for all the work they have done assessing and evaluating different options and finding one which met our technical requirements and likewise, is a financially a reasonable service. So thanks to the IT department. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, and I just want to mention, like Chris just talked about, the telephone system is going to be part of the delay in moving into that office right now because of the phone system we had the equipment is no longer available. We had to go into a new system and in working out or looking for at all the different systems. The IT looked into 3 different systems and made a recommendation or brought that to the commissioners to decide who we were going to go with, and appeared that Integra was the lower price and would meet the needs of the county. So we're now waiting on the equipment as well as running new wiring for the phone system here. So they're extremely busy trying to get ready to move into 76 building in particular. So those guys are really putting in a lot of time and working extremely hard, as well as maintenance and trying to run some of the lines here in the annex, et cetera, or the administration building, I should say, as well as other facilities, trying to get all the wiring in place now so we're ready for the phones when they arrive. And I'm not sure where that's going to be for another week or 2 at least, I'd say. So, okay. That's all I have today. Meeting adjourned.
Could you guys just give us a little bit more of an update on the Susquehanna building project as far as where the 2 buildings are at and dates of when we're gonna start when that move's gonna happen?
It's probably going to look like, it depends on the phones. It looks like it could be the 2nd, maybe the 9th that the move was going to be for the 29th of this month. But with the phones, it got moved around, so we moved everything back. But I think probably would be the 9th would be the most logical thing to do, that we're not rushing because there's a lot. And I think we're going to do in fact, I just talked to the Tony Ganguza, we're turning most of the stuff over to him because there's so many moves with the moving. There's probably going to be 3 different moves. And then that Saturday before it would be under operation, some of the staff is going to come in that Saturday and Sunday so that they can set their offices up that they're ready to go Monday morning. Because I mean, there's a lot of offices we can't be without a phone our computers. I mean, you just can't, just like they were saying with all these cases, or even you just can't say, well, I'm not going to answer the phone till Wednesday. They have to be up and running by that Monday. So, I mean, I want to give them a little bit of credit too, that they want to come in over the weekends and do this for us.
And that's just the 76 building?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you want the 44 yet too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I told them the first week of September, that building will be done. Okay. No, and it is really moving along pretty good. I mean, it looks like the outside is getting pretty much there and the inside is being framed off. So it's getting to the point like once they're, in fact, they're done with like 76. I mean, they're installing the furniture and things today and next week. A lot of it's getting, I mean, the guys are actually probably going over and working on the 44 building now. So basically all the drywall and everything is done in the 76. It's just like little odds and ends, but.
Yeah, they started moving the furniture back in and reassembling and et cetera. So there is some work being done in there currently. And I'm sure Commissioner Lukasevich will see the biggest difference because he hasn't been driving every day. We go by every day and it looks like nothing is happening.
Right. Yeah.
It's been
Right.
extremely long and slow. So at least he'll be pleased to see some movement in when he returns next week. So yeah, it's a lot of moving parts into making this stuff happen.
Yeah, and even in this, for adult probation and juvenile, like all the new furniture is basically in. I mean, all the cubicles are in. And now I said what would have been the next move on the 29th would have been to move them in. But with this phone situation, it just changed.
And then, cool, thank you. The only other thing I had was just this bridge in East Penn Township. Where is that in East Penn Township?
That's the one that's along the Lehigh, the trail.
Okay.
If you go into exit into Bowmanstown, the first left there. And,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
back
yeah.
in, and that's a county-owned bridge.
Gotcha.
Riverview. Riverview. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I think I'm good.
Okay, Kelly,
Good morning.
morning.
Could you talk a little bit about the classification and compensation study?
Yes.
Refresh our memory on what that is.
Yeah, a little bit on that. Over the years, when we have salary board meetings, a lot of positions have been created and we have so many scales. I think we're down to maybe only 16 levels of non-supervisory. We had 21 at one time at a supervisory level, and we certainly don't need all of those scales. And it always made our job as a salary board, at least in my opinion, and trying to decide where to place someone when we're creating positions or promoting, trying to narrow that down. Let's just take clerical, for instance. There are different administrative assistants and clerical, different classifications, and we're trying to group them a lot better. And a lot of disparity in the salaries between some positions, although they may be doing the same type of work. And we're trying to narrow the job descriptions and the titles down and trying to determine if they are in the correct salary range where they should be compared to their job description and what they really do. So it's a long task. We've been looking at it a while. I know Judge Nanovic had suggested that to us some time ago, but hopefully things will work out with this study. It's not going to be easy. We have a lot of positions to deal with, over 300, and probably about how many, probably 150 different job descriptions or titles, and that's what makes things so difficult here. So we'll see how that plays out. We're hoping to have that done and in place maybe by the end of the year for the annual salary board. I don't know, Chris, anything else, Rocky, on it?
Yeah.
No, it's very confusing when you do the salaries. It's like, where do you put somebody? And, it's like one person got this and then you reflect back on that. And then you looked at somebody that was done the month before, it was altogether different. So
Right.
if you have something that, you have a scale that you go by, it's going to be a lot fairer to the people, and hopefully, the salaries will be adjusted to where they should be, what their salary should be too. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people.
The
yeah.
whole system's been cannibalized over the years
Yeah.
because something evolved from being a secretarial or a clerical position. Then it got moved to an administrative secretary or an executive secretary. And a lot of these new titles and positions were created since the last study, which, Wayne, when was it? The mid-90s?
99 was that Russell or Felice Russell, I think.
Russell.
We adopted, there was one, well, I shouldn't say it was before my time.
Yeah, we had
When
Felice
there were
and we
two
had Russell.
studies, one was adopted and one was not. And the latest was in 99, which was not officially adopted.
Right, we adopted the scales, but we didn't take.
Make the changes, correct.
Yeah, I would add one thing. Ellie, maybe we could share the specific tasks of the study with the press just to give the public a little bit better understanding, even if we had to just do an extract, from the contract.
I have that here. So task 1 is the project initiation. Task 2 is to evaluate the current system. Task 3, they will collect and review current environment data. Task 4 is to evaluate and build projected classification plan. Task 5 is to identify a list of market survey benchmarks and approved lists of targets. I know it gets a little deep. Task 6 is to conduct a market salary survey and provide external assessment summary. Task 7 is to develop strategic positioning recommendations. Task 8 is to conduct a solution analysis. Task 9 is to develop and submit draft and final reports. Task 10 is to develop recommendations for compensation administration. And the final task, task 11, is to provide revised class descriptions and FSLA determinations.
And again, there's a lot of moving parts when you're looking at row offices, the courts, unions. We have officially 5 or 6 unions now, 5 now. So there's a lot of moving parts in this. And that's part of the reasons things are so out of line and everything. There's so many moving parts. So hopefully we can narrow it down, not only making the salary board jobs a little bit easier, but the row offices and others that are looking to make moves into row offices, et cetera, or if there's job changes. So, okay. That was a long answer.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That it?
That's all.
Amy, we're good. Okay, have a good one.
Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Enjoy the rest of your vacation.
I don't know, the vacation.
Vacation.